everybody, I'm coming to you from Hawaii. I have been so blessed on this vacation and it's been beautiful and the sights and the ground is amazing. We're here at the Westin in Maui and the sounds are beautiful, but I want you to see real quick the view. I don't know if it's coming in, but there's flamingos down there. I want to hold them. I love animals. But anyways, I recorded a couple videos, but I just want to make sure this is short and sweet, but a good little nugget. We've been blessed, and I just want to bless you guys and speak a little encouragement to you. So we came to Hawaii, and the first night we got here, it was really wild, but we walked in and I was like, Lord, before we even came here, let me backtrack. I prayed to God that we would have a great room because Jonathan and I have not been in a quiet place, in this kind of quiet, because we have one of our babies, but she's still little, so it's been a quiet place for us, and we haven't had that in quite some time, and it's good and needed. And it's just special. So that's what, like, Lord, please let us get a great room. And I know the Lord was testing my attitude in it all. And so we get to Hawaii, and there's a couple amazing things that happened, but one of them was this instance. And we get into the room, and it was like the Lord, I don't even know, it was classic. I'll put a picture up too with this video, but we walked in and I looked out the window, because who doesn't look out the window when they first get to their hotel room? Maybe I'm crazy, but I do, because I like to see the view. And especially when you're in a nice place, you really want a good view. I look out, and I kid you not, we're on the rooftop. We're literally, our balcony is like, so let me show you. So see this where the balcony is? There literally was like the balcony lip and then the roof. And all these like smokestacks of pegs, like they're like miniature smokestacks, but anyways, they were stacks for smoke to come out of, I can tell you that. And I was like, oh my word. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna just sit. I'm gonna sit in this, and I'm gonna know that God, you have this, but I'm not staying in this room. And this is where it got interesting. So we had the bellman who was helping us and getting us a crib for Alexa. And Jonathan's like, sir, oh, here's another kicker. Not only was it that, but there was 2 twin or double beds in our bedroom. So we were not even, it was good because we got to sleep really, really close for a night, which I loved, and I'm not complaining about that. But it was 2 twins instead of one king, and that's not a big deal, but it is kind of, because you just want to come in and have one bed. Anyways, so we had the rooftop view going for us. You couldn't see anything but a building, and we had that going for us, and a double bed scenario. So it was like, Lord, you're just gonna take over. And I'm not bold, but I was bold in this moment because I was like, I wanted it. So I feel like when you want something, you're just gonna have to be bold in circumstances that you normally wouldn't be. And Jonathan was talking to him, and he's like, the bellman, and he goes, sir, we were supposed to have one bed for me and my wife, and this, that, and this view is not that great. And the lady at the front desk was really ruthless to Jonathan, and he's like, it's midnight, and our time it was like 6 a.m. We've flown 11 hours, and he's like, I'm not going back down there. So the guy went down there for us, and I go on his way, I go, please, it's our birthday week coming up, and this is just supposed to be something special. And so he comes back up, and the guy said that we were getting our room switched, and I was like, okay, thank you, but it wasn't until the morning. So I was like, okay, well, we have a night to cuddle in bed. Well, here comes the day 2, and I'm going to tell you this. If you don't go after your dreams, and if you don't ever pursue something that ignites it within you, and I know this is probably a little extreme, but for the circumstance, but in reality, this is where the truth lies. You're never going to see it. But I knew what God had in for us for this trip. I knew he had a beautiful room because the word says, you ask, you shall receive, and if you believe in your heart, then you've received it. And then we had the covenant of the promise in Matthew 18:19, where it says, when two stand in agreement, it shall be given. So me and Jonathan were in agreement already in our hearts that we were going to get a better room. And so we already knew all this, but the key is we still, on our part, had to walk it out. And if we weren't going to walk it out, we would have stayed in the same room. So God's word is true, and it is a promise, and we got this promise. Hello, look at, like, this is, I couldn't even ask for a better view. I wouldn't even want to be in a higher room, because this is perfect. This is like, I see everything. I can see the down, and I can see up. I'm like sitting in it. I can see the waterfall. Literally, this is like the most beautiful room I could have ever asked for, and God knew. But if we never would have took action, we had the guy come down and ask one night, but if we weren't going to go back to the front desk the next morning, we would not have had a new room. We would have stayed in the same room. So I say all this to say, be encouraged, be blessed, and be inspired, because your dreams are worth going after, because God has things greater than you could ever dream, hope, or imagine. And I hope and I pray that your dreams come to pass. I hope and I pray that whatever it is that is stirred within you comes to pass, because you're worth it, you deserve it, and this world needs you. So, and also, if you have desires and you are going on a trip, be expectant and ask God to do something crazy and give you some beautiful things, because He's faithful if you just ask Him. We have not because we ask not. My husband says it to me daily, and it just comes to be more of a reality. So be blessed, be encouraged again, and as always, be inspired. We love you here, and I'll give you a little peek at Alexa, because she's such an angel, and she's been doing so good, and that's an answered prayer. Alexa, say hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah. We love you. Say bye-bye, Mama. Mwah.